it Ryan or was it Rolly? Because they both.
I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously. I don't know how to say it. Obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin down, so Rolly be getting caught. But Rolly, he can hit, bro. Like he can hit. He's the only person I felt like when he swung. It felt like bricks was in his gloves.
Is that the hardest swing?
Everybody has an off night. Shit, I had a off night with Cruz. Everyone has a night. It's boxing.
You want to run that back with Cruz or what?
Maybe down the line. Tremendous fighter, bro. He's a really good fighter, man, dude. He beat Hector Garcia, and then he took the belt from him, and he came up, and I know he's a lot more durable and stronger at 135,
He's also seen Tank the most in previous fights before.
Like they already had 2 fights.
Yes.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is rewriting his comeback story, and this time he's not doing it alone. Joining him in training camp is none other than Rolando "Rolly" Romero.
Boxing that had a following and all that stuff, they're fresh out the amateurs, they promoted them like, oh, this is the next big thing, yada, 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 all that stuff. At the end of it, I've done this 3 times. Three different divisions. I'm a 3-time world champion, and this might actually be the biggest, the most attended fight card in boxing history. And I did it on this night.
Saquon Jones with the boxing voice. Saquon Jones with the boxing voice.
Ryan, how you feeling, Jam? Good.
Felt like you could hear everybody, and it just didn't feel authentic to me. But no excuses. It is what it is.
Saquon Jones with the boxing voice. You threw probably like less than 30 right hands the whole fight. Can you walk us through what the game plan was? Why did you not throw as many right hands the whole fight?
I mean, that's just part of just me not.
The same man Tank knocked out back in 2022. The reunion shocked fans, but Davis made it clear why Rolly is back. Power.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens, or is it like?
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about
it. Don't retire. How realistic is this?
It's real.
Has it changed? Have you been have you had any thoughts like maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah, I do be having those thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also too, I want to get myself together though.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, I really want to get myself together, like not retire but take a break, but the only thing is, well, I ain't gonna lie. I already made a promise.
I definitely felt that.
I truly but that also didn't seem like just Tank in general, and
so is that Lamont or Tank's fault?
And I will tell you this, Tank, I know for a fact, was sparring a 122 pounder, and that was the only person he sparred all camp. Literally all camp, that he sparred a 122 pounder.
Was he tall at least?
No, he's shorter than Tank.
Bro.
Or him and Tank same height. Like I said, Tank wasn't really training.
He hits like no one else, said Davis. He's the only one who ever made my arms go numb when we sparred. Fresh off his upset victory over Ryan Garcia, Romero brings momentum and confidence to Davis's camp.
He said, "You missed me." How you doing, baby boy?
as sharp as I could be. I just didn't really throw anything, to be honest. I mean, I was just throwing jabs and moving around. I just didn't feel there, didn't feel there at all. And, it wasn't a part of our game plan at all. Derek had a great game plan. There was a lot of opportunities there, especially when Rolly's was going back. I just didn't let my hands go in any way, shape, or form. And that was simple as that.
Lamont Garcia would fight. I just wanted to ask you,
today, and the people that came to watch me, a lot of love is out there for me, and I think people know my heart and know that I'll be back and better than ever.
Brian?
Yeah.
Just sort of your take on the whole scene. I'm wondering if maybe, had that been a full arena, maybe fans chanting, would it have done something different? It kind of seemed like a little quiet for what we were expecting.
Yeah, I didn't really, wasn't a fan of that at all.
The timing couldn't be better. After a controversial draw with Lamont Roach, many fans and fighters, including Terrence Crawford, felt Roach edged out the win. One moment stands out.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens, or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just.
Can't really put out the upset.
Yeah, do you think
I don't want to say that's crazy, but yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully, for the sake of Rolly, he pull it off. But it's gonna be a good fight. No, you think? Huh?
Someone's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
Anybody 2 fights.
Tank and Roach, they fought twice before in the amateurs.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, they had history and they sparred a good amount of times apparently and all that stuff. Yeah, but.
So you think a rematch? Do you think this remotivated Tank? And do you think a rematch Tank just goes in and wins that fight?
I don't know, bro. We gotta see. We gotta see what like if it was.
Tank took a knee in round 9, but it wasn't ruled a knockdown. Had it been, the outcome might have changed. Now, with the rematch locked in for August 16th in Las Vegas, both fighters have something to prove.
Recently, Tank and Lamont have a tough fight, and they had history. Obviously, you and Rolly have had some history as we talk about sparring, but do you think that any of that history played into tonight's outcome?
No, I just think that Rolly's is much better than people give him credit for, and he has very strong hands, just solid in general, so you can't just, walk in there and think
Ryan Garcia, that last fight against them.
Oh my God! A double hook, short hook, caught Ryan.
The owl, like we out of it type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I can stick around and just I will help people and guide people, but as far as like me competing, I don't really want to do it. It's like other stuff I need to work on, like being more there for my kids, going to school, just building myself up as.
Romero says Davis will bounce back and make the right adjustments. Garcia agrees, but insists the commission needs to be consistent with its rulings.
Seen in the fight, I thought Lamont won, and I think the commission does need to do something with that knee, because if they don't, then all of us are going to think we could take a knee anytime we want. They got to do something about it. I mean, they did something about me, you got to do something about other people. Rules are rules, right?
Right.
It's, I like Tank, though, personally, but a rule is a rule. You can't go and take a knee and then just expect not to be a knockdown. You can't get away with stuff like that.
When you say 1 foot in boxing and 1 foot out.
A rule is a rule, he said, referencing his own suspension over a failed drug test. With high tension, hard punches, and unfinished business, the Davis versus Roach rematch is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated fights of the year.
People want to discredit Tank, he's still a pound-for-pound fighter.
What do you think about that fight that happened? You thought it was just an off night, or?
Are you talking about in sparring?
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
8.
And you think that's relevant to this fight? You think you learned something back then you can take forward to this fight?
No, I wasn't really trying to learn that day.
And the crowd kept saying, hold the phone the whole night. Did you hear him? And second, that kind of stopped you from throwing more rights the whole time because you had that right the whole time up. So.
I'll tell you guys something. Actually, I didn't warm up properly, and in the back room, I threw like one of these weird uppercuts right from far away, and I messed up my shoulder, so I didn't want to even live.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on this explosive matchup. The countdown to August 16th has begun.